Peace and light, that old guy Australia, coming to you from a bit soggy far south coast New South Wales. It bucketed this morning at about 1 o'clock. Yes, it woke me up. I'm not going to stand in the wind too long because everybody gets on my case about the microphone and the wind and everything else, right? Oh, I did see a little gadget advertised on Facebook, as you do. A little plug-in microphone with a little wind jacket thing on it. And alright, I'm going to get one. So I'll just show you quickly. I don't know if you can see any good. There's Montague Island out there, looking up towards the golf course. I was club champion up there way back when. And I'll go slower. And north down onto Kayanga Beach there. And up north to Dalmini. Now, I did a video on the weekend regarding Elon Musk and his takeover of Twitter. And of course, like buttholes, everybody's got an opinion. Everyone's got one. So I just wanted to feel out and see what people would say. And of course, you've got people come out and go, oh, this is going to be great. And you've got other people coming out going, he's the leg of the cabal, you know. And the truth being that none of us really know what's going on. And I've said this too, that most of us, and particularly amongst the freedom movement and those of us seeking the truth and wanting justice and wanting an end to the ruling elite cabal in this world who are trying to push their shitty agendas, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, Agenda 2030, you know, is probably one of the ugliest documents you've ever read. Nonetheless, Elon Musk came in and took over Twitter. Now, Twitter has banned every single person who's had an opinion against the narrative. So, the situation now remains how much, as Max Igan says, is theatre and how much is reality and fact. Now, I understand there are critics of Max Igan, there's critics of me, there's critics of everybody. I assure you, it wouldn't matter who you are. You know, is Tucker Carlson on your side, not on your side? Candace Owens? Or do we go over to, Cafe Locked Out? You know, are they really who they say they are? You know, MMAV, are they really who they say they are? You know, I mean, you know, was Craig Kelly ever anything? Is Malcolm Roberts a shill because he's with Pauline Hanson? And Pauline Hanson was the one who voted in Parliament to have the senator in exile investigated, Rod Cullerton. Why she did that, I don't know. And I know that some friends of mine have written to her asking for an explanation. Now, back to Elon Musk. I think it's entertaining, there's no doubt about that. Will anything come of it? I don't really know. He's fired the CFO, the CEO, legal counsel, the general counsel, the board of directors. He's fired everybody. And he's incorporated Twitter into his major company, X Holdings. So that's why when someone said to me, oh, it's been taken off the stock market, I said, well, that's correct. It's been incorporated within the fold of X Holdings. So it's now no longer just as an individual entity. I don't know if you know that, but anyway. The thing that really I want to ask the question of is this, and it's pretty simple really. Is Elon Musk going to reinstate those who were censored and deleted by that narrative or that medium when they professed an opinion against the narrative? And we're not just talking Donald Trump, although that'll be big if he does. And I'm not saying I am or aren't a Trump supporter, I'm simply saying that Trump was censored and that became a massive issue and he was deleted from major platforms. He's got his own platform now. And I have read where he's going to stay on Truth Social, which is his platform, the fastest growing platform in the history of technology, way faster than Google or Facebook or one of those things, whatever it is. Sorry, platforms I meant. But there's lots of others as well. Is Twitter going to allow, now that Elon Musk is at the head, the scientists and doctors who've been rejected, deleted, smeared, deplatformed, censored, You know, is Robert Malone going to be allowed on there? Sherry Tenpenny going to be allowed on there? I don't know. Peter McCullough, Robert Cole, World Doctors Alliance. Are they going to be allowed on there? Because I know now, one of the things that came out, which I was reading about the other day, in the wee hours of the morning, was that now they're looking to get Google to ban Twitter. So Twitter won't be allowed on that platform. And the left is pushing hard for this, because I'll tell you why. And this is the interesting facet about all this. Because if all these banned doctors and scientists and some of the greatest scientists the world's ever known, like Peter McCullough, if these people are no longer banned and they can come back onto that platform and give the truth about what's happened and what's gone on, this could mean the end for the cabal's plans. Or it'd certainly put a dent in them, and it could certainly lead to some major wake-up calls throughout the world, because the media, 95% owned by BlackRock and Vanguard, is complicit in all this. So what's happened is they've just sold the narrative over and over and over and over and over. Now, major corporations like CNN and ABC and CNBC and Reuters and all these companies around the world will be facing legal action if and when the truth comes out. Now, that then means that people who've mocked and smeared me, and you, will no longer have a leg to stand on. The truth will be out there. So this is the dichotomy. This is what's facing this incredible push on Twitter. Do they ban Twitter? Or does Elon Musk allow these people to come and tell the truth? Because if the videos that we've seen, and I sent one to a friend yesterday, and he said, I watched the first 20 seconds, then he mentioned something, and I went, I'm not watching this shit, it's garbage, more of your conspiracy theory rubbish. And I said to him, no, I could send you 60 of these from all around the world, all saying the same thing, all seeing the same particles, all seeing absolutely everything that you're looking at and that guy talks about within the jibby-jabbies. All of them. You know, they can't all be right-wing conspiracy theorists. And here's the whole point about this. If one person comes out and says there's shit in that you're putting into your arm, if there's shit in that, certain shit, and you go, wow, who are you? What would you know? That may be one thing. But when thousands of them from around the world say exactly the same thing, you've got to take notice. The problem with him, my friend, is he hasn't seen those thousands. He hasn't seen any of it. He hasn't. And he's not wanting to look. And I honestly understand. I understand where he's coming from this, because to acknowledge what he's gone and deliberately put into himself and now has to defend when the truth comes out, he'll probably die anyway, just from a heart attack, so to speak, shock. So there's a lot of people like this. So that's the big thing that the world's looking at now. And behind the scenes, I can assure you, right? Behind the scenes, up the hill we go, Owie, is a massive push to have this all revealed. And behind the scenes, there's also a massive push to ban Twitter. Peace and light to the whole guy Australia. YouTube, Instagram, like, share, subscribe.